Hello, and welcome to Color Commentary. I'm TJ, your average fan, and I'll be talking to you today about Paramount Plus's show Star Trek Picard, Season 3, Episode 9, the penultimate episode, Box. And we're going to get right into it. Spoilers! Okay. Whoa. If I thought that the last episode gave me the feels, oh, this one took me all the way there. We went full Star Trek Generations on this episode, and I loved every freaking bit of it. We got Diana going in Jack's head, trying to get him to open this door, this red door that he's been seeing. He don't know what it is, voice behind it. After some prodding and pushing, he agrees to let her open the door. She opens the door, and she runs out. So now I'm like, okay, y'all really trying to stretch out what's behind this door to the last possible second and moment of what you could be trying to tell us. She runs straight to Beverly and Picard and tells them what she saw behind the red door in Jack's mind. She saw a ginormous Borg, she saw a Borg cube. That's what she saw. So instantly, we know now it's the Borg. So, I'm going to sum up a bunch of stuff that happened by just explaining what's going on with Jack. Because Jack, after being told that it's the Borg in his head, he didn't take that too well, and he controlled some officers to get off the ship, stole the shuttle, cut off the transponder, and hit it to wherever the thing in his head is telling him to go. So that's what Jack did in the beginning of the episode. From there on, it's all about the rest of the crew pretty much trying to stop whatever's happening at Frontier Day, which is happening like now. Now is the time. No more hours left. It's happening now. Oh, the only other thing Jack did, he did go and find the signal, went through a transwarp conduit, because that's what the Borg use, and found a ginormous Borg city cube, I'm assuming, because it was huge. It was like a bunch of cubes, all structured together to make this long oblong shape, but it had towers on the top of it. It was like if it was like the Borg planet or something. Like they made their own planet wherever this is. We don't know where Jack went or where these Borg are holed up at. But apparently they're not the same Borg as Jurati Borg from the last season. So what they really need is help from Jurati Borg to come help them with these original Borgs and deal with the situation. But we got Frontier Day happening. They're on their way to Frontier Day to try to warn Starfleet about the changelings and who they were working with, the ultimate enemy, the Borg. What they wanted from Jack was the code inside of him. He has organic, there's no T in that word, organic code, Borg code within him. It's also within Picard's human body. But the code is different. The code in Picard was like a receiver, according to Geordi. And the code in Jack is more like a transmitter, which is why he's able to transmit and control other people. But how is he controlling other people if nobody else is Borg? Oh, by the way, the changelings have been going from Starfleet ship to Starfleet ship, putting Picard's DNA category in the transporter, so that anybody using the transporter now picks up Picard's DNA, which makes them now pretty much like drones waiting to be controlled. So the entirety of Starfleet has now been turned. Oh wait, but there's more. This coding only seems to affect those 25 and under. Now this is where they lost me, because I was like, this is the dumbest thing I ever seen. And I was kind of pissed that most of the people on the Starfleet ships are 25 and under. That makes no sense. How does that work? That all the fleet shouldn't have got took over like that. That just didn't make no sense. There should have been plenty of 30 and 40 and 50-year-olds working on these ships. Why is there so many hundreds of young 25s and unders on these ships. Like, and that's how the fleet got took over, because once the signal happened, oh yeah, Jack let himself get took too. Now, and his name is Vox, which is the episode title. So yeah, that's what the Borg Queen named him, Vox. She said, if Locutus was the voice of the Borg, you are the actual voice itself. Like, he spoke for us, you are the voice that's coming out of his mouth. There you go. And now they done took over all of Starfleet. They finna destroy Starbase, any defense systems Earth had. They finna jack Starfleet up. They finna F them up real bad. Because the Titan, the ship they were on, is so closely tied to the new infrastructure of the Starfleet system, it has the automated control system that they put on all the ships that they can do fleet control and do fleet formations, and stuff like that. So when they got close to, Earth, the ship got took over, put in rotation. The signal came through. Everybody on the bridge, apparently, besides the people we know, was 25 and under, got took over. So they had to escape off the ship. Basically all the old people. And 7. So in escaping off the ship, they choose to use a maintenance shuttle that is not connected to nothing, that they can get away with. It's, they can control it. In this process, I seen it coming, where Ravi and 7 was going to get left behind. So Sheldon got shot, trying to help them get off the ship. 7, of course, stays behind. He finally calls her 7. And of course, Ravi stays behind because 7 stayed behind. I've seen that coming a mile away, and I am not here for it. Ravi, go take your crackhead ass on somewhere. I don't want to see that shit. Beat it. Leave 7 alone. Anyway, so that's happening. They're still on the Titan. They done left to go somewhere. Where they going? Oh, Jordy had an idea. We're going back to the Starfleet Museum. The Fleet Museum, where I got all these old ships that aren't connected to anything. And lo and behold, he pulls out the Enterprise D, baby. The Enterprise D. From Star Trek, The Next Generation, TV show. They got the E when they moved to movies. The D is from the show. And he talked about how he put it back together and all that kind of stuff. I was like, oh my God, because they rolled out at the festival for Starfleet. They rolled out a brand new Enterprise, and it was flashy. It looked nice. It kind of was shaped Voyager-esque, but it still looked good. I was like, that's a nice Enterprise, but it was nothing like seeing the classic Star Trek Next Generation Enterprise D. Awesome. They're taking that because it's not controlled by anything. Whew, they went on the bridge to see the bridge. All of that. Oh, it was awesome. It was awesome to see all of that. I was like, this is just Star Trek heaven for me right now. I am loving every bit of this. The Admiral that was doing the announcements for the festival celebration, I know Admiral Shelby. I'm like, that name sounds familiar. I just can't place it. Might be a OG, original Star Trek type of deal, because she looked super, super old. But yeah, we'll see about that. I'm pretty sure somebody will give me a clue. Anyway, yeah. So they on their way back with some photon torpedoes and all of that kind of stuff, and they on their way back to try to help them get out, because which I don't know what they're gonna do. They're gonna have to find a way to disconnect Jack. They're gonna have to find a way to reverse his control over the entirety of the fleet, and then find a way by the end, after it's all over, of course, because everybody's gonna have to go through this process, to eliminate this genetic code from everyone, from all species, across everywhere. If you use the Starfleet transporter, you got Jean-Luc's DNA in you. See, these transporters taking you apart and putting you back together and reconstructing you the best way and know how, therefore buffering systems and all that kind of shit. See, yeah, I ain't ready for that shit. Looks cool, but I don't think I'm ready. Anyway, that was the penultimate episode. They're on their way back to try to see what they can do to stop this situation. It's ending so good. It was so good. I mean, they had some middle episodes this season. I was like, but this is my shit right here. I'm in it. I'm in it now. I need to know the end. So I will see you guys for the finale real soon. In the meantime, have a great day.